Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Musical Chairs is a little card game published by Rio Grande Games. Everything about it seems a little generic, and it seems a little bizarre to me that there's a board game published based on musical chairs, which itself is a game you can just play in your house. And this is going to be more about like playing a card, and you can move 1 to 3 spaces, and then they can play a card down to continue the cycle or rest or whatever. And each round, a cushion will be removed from the board. It's a fairly simple game to play, very simple to teach, and I think that most people can pick it up rather quickly. I feel like it's very generic. I feel like there's nothing in it that's kind of pulling you in. The decisions are light, but they are critical in the game. So the decisions you are making are important based on the cards that you have in your hand. There's a little bit of hand management into it, but you're dealing with the chaos of what's happening before you. With less players, you're going to have a little bit more control. With more players, if you get all the way up to 4, so it'll be a lot of chaos. So it's about managing that chaos versus trying to have a good laid out plan, which is what will happen with lesser players. So I think it's a push and pull with what kind of gameplay that you enjoy. I would probably play this with more, I think. I think it shines a little bit more with 4. Yes, there's more chaos, but that kind of plays into the whole theme of the musical chairs. I think it fits a lot better. You should be able to teach this game in less than 5 minutes. Everybody should be up and running. There won't be a lot of rules disputes as they're fairly easy to play and to teach. But I don't think there's anything here holding the game together. I don't think you're going to look at it and be like, wow, the components are great, or the artwork is fantastic, or the gameplay is great. If you can find this on a budget title, I think a cheaper amount, I think this game would shine a little bit more to you. You want to play with little kids, but I don't know why the little kids just wouldn't want to play regular musical chair. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm an adult. For us, definite Purge. Here's Musical Chairs by Rio Grande Games. A pretty basic box that you're going to get here. Get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to get a board. This will represent the little chairs that you're going around. It's fine. You're going to get some cards in here. It looks like clip art. I mean, it's pictures of chairs. Does that excite you? Maybe so, but the quality is fine. You're going to get these little cardboard cushions that will come out, the powers on them and victory points, and they're going to fit right here on the board just fine, and I think that they're fine. You're going to have meeples in different colors that you'll see here. The box is way bigger than it needs to be. I don't think there's anything in here that will impress you very much. Here's the rule book. You're going to get a list of the components with pictures over here, but it doesn't really tell you what is what, but that's fine. It'll break down the cards, set up with a picture, which is nice, and how to play. You can have examples. You can see it's in full color. This is really all of the game right here. Then they'll tell you what to do at the end of each round, give you a big example of what to happen if there's a tie, and then how to score the game at the end. The rest of this will be a little bit of a fact, and then an explanation of all of the cushions, which will all have different powers listed on them and victory point totals. And then I'll continue on the back. It's okay. It's not a very good game. The rule book is fine. You can read this rule book in probably 10-15 minutes and be up and going. So to set the game up, you're going to put a cushion on each spot. Maybe put your meeples out and draw 8 cards. The first player will play whatever the lowest card is in their hand, and then you can move your meeple 1 to 3 spaces on the board. Then the next person can play a card. They can play a card of the same value if they wanted to. So let's say there was another 1. You could play another 1 here. That'd be a fine move. You could play a rest card, which you would place in front of you. That means you're passing, and this is worth 1 victory point. You can see the signal right here for that. You could play a repeat card, and what a repeat card is going to do is just be whatever the color and numbers. This would now be a green 1 also. Then if you don't want to do one of those, you must play the lowest card in your hand that is higher. So these are all 1s. So that would be that. I couldn't play 1 to 10s. The lowest card that is higher than what is have. That would be it. Then once you played a card, same thing would happen. You can move 1 to 3 spots depending on where you wanted to locate it. Once the round ends, whatever card is the last card played, that cushion will come off and be available. Then based on where you stopped at, so yellow, they would grab all the yellow cards. Let's say they were here green, they would take the green cards. They'd be able to take these cards, putting in their, and this one was green because it was next to this one, right? So it was set up like this, so this repeat would be green. So they would take those, and then that would not be taken. What do you have? The person who played the rest would put this in a scoring pile, scoring 1 point. Then if you're at the green location, you can take one of your scorecards. In this case, you want to do whatever one scores you the last. You can discard it, and you can take this cushion. The cushion could have a power on it. Your hand limit is now +1,
and this is worth 2 victory points. That was a great upgrade for them, and that's how the game is going to continue. Once all the cushions are taken, or you try to draw from the deck and you cannot replenish the hand, then whoever has the most points is the winner of the game.
Who should buy this game? Families, maybe. People who like lighter type games. I think it's okay. It's very simple. It plays rather quickly. Never overstays its welcome. I don't know. I mean, decisions are critical in this game. They are important, but I don't find them interesting, to be honest. It's a little bit more chaotic with more players, but I think that's what you really need is the more players. I think with less, it doesn't shine as well. I think with 4 it does, but you have to be okay with that chaos that it's going to bring out, and that's musical chairs. For us, it was a Purge.